make no mistake about it, Barack Obama will be a one-term president.
A financial donation was made to a temple in Polonnaru yesterday under the Sasnata Aruna program.
The 14th phase of the Sasnata Aruna program was carried out in Polonnaru yesterday. The financial donation was made to the Jayantipura Dahamipura Sri Sudarshanaram Viharasthana in Polonnaru under the patronage of co-deputy leader of the UNP parliamentarian Sajit Premadasa. The rulers of the present government have failed to absorb members of the Civil Defence Force to the permanent cadre as promised, despite over 2 years having lapsed following the conclusion of the war. Today these war heroes are being used to make bricks and look after cattle. What a shameful thing. I would like to wish that the Triple Gem may bless him to develop these abandoned sacred shrines.
Minister of Economic Development Basil Rajapaksa says that it is commendable that the country is self-sufficient in rice. He echoed this sentiment at a function held in the Polonnaru district today.
A function was organised to carpet roads in the Pansal Godelle area, which comes under the purview of the Lankapura Divisional Secretariat in the Polonnaru district. When the country was freed from British rule in 1948, a situation was created where 45 to 46% of rice was imported to the country by destroying the country's paddy fields that were there for over 25,000 years. Since 2010, the President provided fertilizer at the subsidized price of 350 rupees. Today, our farmer community has created an environment where we have become self-sufficient in rice by 117%. National Organizer of the United National Party, Ravi Karunanayaka, says that the government should build alternative places for the poor in Colombo before demolishing their houses. The parliamentarian made this point at a function held in Colombo North today.
National Organizer of the United National Party, Ravi Karunanayaka, distributed roofing sheets among the residents of the Valigodavatta Henamulla and the Nava Henamulla areas.
Firstly, the government, instead of fortifying and building the houses that are there, they're destroying the houses and selling it to the foreigners that are visibly seen. Today, if there's a square perch or 1 or 2 perches or 10, 15 perches, it's being sold to the foreigners is a normal trend that is taking place. So before the government talks of making it a wonder in Asia, ensure the people are able to live. On one side, they are unable to have a roofing sheet. The capital city, people don't have electricity. So we call upon the government. Stop talking and work.
The United National Party has urged the Health Minister to act swiftly against officials who are withholding the BTI bacteria at storage facilities without allowing it to be used. General Secretary of the United National Party, Tissat Nayaka, made this statement while speaking at a media briefing in Colombo today.
The dengue virus has started to spread in a very serious manner. Over 60 people have died. Today, the media reported that the BTI bacteria, which was brought after spending 60 million rupees, is rotting in stores. Now, what is the explanation the government is going to give for this? I also saw in the media that this bacteria is being withheld at stores so that people will get used to maintaining a clean environment. We urge the Minister of Health to punish the officials who are responsible for the 66 lives lost so far. Well, postmen delivering letters on push bicycles is not an uncommon sight. However, it is indeed a rare sight to witness them deliver mail by foot.
Several postmen attached to the Nogayvara post office are facing severe hardship when it comes to delivering mail. These postmen have been forced to distribute letters by foot due to the decrepit condition of the push bicycles that have been provided to them. Upon inquiry, it was revealed that the postal department does not possess an adequate number of bicycles for the delivery of mail. It has been 5 years since the government provided bicycles to us. We utilized them bearing all costs. Now they cannot be used anymore. The postmaster tells us to deliver letters by foot, so we did that. While several postmen attached to the Nogayvara post office were faced with this problem, they stated that it was difficult to carry out their duties without bicycles. Incidentally, the condition of the bicycles is beyond repair. We cannot carry out our duties by bus either. We request that our bicycles be replaced so that we may serve the public. There is a need for 6,000 bicycles island-wide. We have obtained funds from the public trustees for this purpose and have called tenders. Postmen will be provided with new bicycles as soon as they are purchased. It was not reported to me that post is being delivered in the Nugegoda area by foot. I will look into it.
Two English movies which were filmed in Sri Lanka were screened in Colombo yesterday. The two movies, The Emden Men and Midnight's Children, were filmed on location in Sri Lanka. The two movies are a production of the Film Team, a local film production company. The aim of these productions is to create awareness among international film directors about Sri Lanka's untapped potential as a filming location.
Making headlines here on the News First International Desk. Trade unions in Greece have begun a 48-hour general strike hours after Prime Minister George Papandreou urged Parliament to back an austerity package. Huge crowds of protesters are expected on the streets of Athens, while public transport is set to grind to a halt.
Today, Papandreou said only his €28 billion austerity program would get Greece back on its feet. If the government loses, the EU and IMF could withhold €12 billion of loans and Greece could run out of money in weeks. Meanwhile, French President Nicolas Sarkozy has said French banks are ready to offer new 30-year-old loans to Greece when its current debt fall due. He said other European countries whose banks had lent money to Greece were considering the same model to help prevent a default, but the UK denied it was pressing banks to take a haircut. More than 5,000 police officers are due to be deployed in the centre of Athens today, when tens of thousands of striking workers are expected to march towards Parliament. The general strike will disrupt or halt most public services, with doctors, ambulance drivers, journalists and even state-funded actors taking part.
Minnesota Congresswoman Michelle Bachmann has become the latest Republican to announce a bid for the U.S. presidency in 2012. Bachmann, a favorite of the economically conservative Tea Party movement, formally declared her bid in the U.S. state of Iowa, her birthplace.
The 55-year-old who is running high in Republican polls in Iowa called herself a bold choice for president.
My name is Michelle Bachmann. I stand here to announce formally my candidacy for President of the United States.
Iowa is the first state Republicans vote in for their 2012 candidate. Its caucuses in early February are the first electoral event in the U.S. presidential nomination process.
Make no mistake about it, Barack Obama will be a one-term president.
Republicans feel that next year's presidential election is winnable if only they have a candidate who sparkles, and Michelle Bachmann is the latest to catch their eye.
A jury in Chicago yesterday convicted former Illinois Governor Rod Blagojevich on 17 of 20 counts in a corruption trial, including on charges he tried to swap President Barack Obama's former Senate seat for personal gain. Blagojevich, a two-term Democrat thrown out of office in 2009, was found guilty on all but 3 counts of attempting to secure personal benefit and campaign funds in exchange for appointing a U.S. senator to fill the seat vacated by Obama after he was elected president in 2008. Several of the convictions call for prison terms of up to 20 years, though he is likely to receive a lesser penalty. ICC prosecutor Luis Moreno Campos said today that the investigation into crimes committed against Libyan citizens is still open and a few more arrest warrants could be issued. Speaking to journalists a day after the International Court issued arrest warrants for Libyan leader Muammar Gaddafi, his son Saif al-Islam and Libyan intelligence chief Abdullah al-Senussi, Moreno Campos said the ICC was looking into more rape reports and allegations of cover-up of crimes in Libya. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu said last week that he would worsen conditions of Palestinian militants held in Israeli jails to ratchet up pressure on Hamas to release captive Israeli soldier Gilad Shalit. However, according to former prisoner and chairman of the Palestinian Prisoners Club, Kadur Faris, the restrictions Netanyahu spoke about already exist. A new baby koala made its first public appearance at a wildlife park in Sydney yesterday under the protective guard of its mother. The Sydney Wildlife World veterinarian said that the mother and baby koala were doing well. An estimated 43,000 koalas remain in the wild, and colonies of koalas are divided due to encroachment of towns, farms and roads.